Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time joining us, I really appreciate you stopping by. Today we're going to look at the primary flight display of a glass cockpit business jet. Let's get into this one. Here on the left hand side we have the airspeed indicator. Now this is read at the pitot tube and it has nothing to do with the actual ground speed or the true airspeed of the aircraft. Moving down the line we have the Mach number. As you can see, this one is indicating 0.783 Mach. Next we have the angle of attack. This gives us the angle of the wing in relationship to the relative wind. Moving along, as you can see, Utc Time, that's a universal time coordinate based on Greenwich Mean Time, which all aviation bases, I shouldn't say all, but which most of aviation bases their times on. Down below that we have our weather radar, abbreviation WX is a standard abbreviation. As you can see, this one is in standby. Its tilt is half a degree up and it's in the auto mode as indicated by the A. You can place it into the manual mode and actually tilt the radar, and I'll save that for a whole nother lesson. Coming up to the very top you have the Autopilot status indicator. This one is showing lateral navigation. Altitude hold is captured at 43,000 feet. And it's showing that the autopilot is engaged and it is coupled to the left hand side or the captain's side. Below that, the whole big box there that's blue and brown divided in half with the cross pointers in the center, that's the artificial horizon. Obviously blue for the sky and brown for the ground. Gives you situational awareness. Cross pointers, what is the best way to fly? Do you want to use cross pointers or single cube? I prefer cross pointer. It's just pure preference. Below that is our navigation, and as you can see, the aircraft is selected on a heading of 346. That's pilot selectable because the actual heading of the aircraft is 345 as read from the top of the compass rose. Over there you can see the actual track of the aircraft is 351, and that is coupled to the flight management system. That is our bearing pointer. At the very top, the altitude selector set at 43,000 feet for the flight we were on this day when I took this photo. As you can see, the aircraft is currently and has captured 43,000 feet. Here we have the vertical speed indicator, currently reading 0 because we're in a steady state. If we were to climb, that green pointer would actually move up. The Citation Sovereign, which this panel comes from, has a maximum climb indication of 6,000, however the plane can easily exceed that. Here is the Barometric Minimums. This is for when you are coupling the approach, and you will get a warning when you've reached the minimums, usually set to be 200 feet on an ILS or a precision RNAV or GPS approach. Here, inches of mercury, anything over 18,000 feet when usable in the United States, you set standard altimeter of 29.92 inches of mercury. Once we get below 18,000 feet, then we go to a local altimeter setting. After that, we have our navigation waypoints. We are currently navigating to the Foxtrot Lima Mike waypoint. We're 85.3 miles, 13 minutes away, and we're currently doing a ground speed of 388 knots. Here we have the RNAV approach set up going into Papa Whiskey Kilo Airport, which is Chicago Executive Airport. There's our wind vectors. As you can see, we've got 53 knots on the nose. You could add that to the 388 and that will give you your true airspeed. And we have a 45 knot crosswind from the left, which is the reason the airplane was flying at 345 degrees while tracking 351 degrees. So I hope you found this informative. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to be putting out more of these walkarounds, not only for the flight deck, but also the aircraft, pre-flights, and basically just those things that I do every day as a pilot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.